This is the helipad where aeromedical crews launch and land for life-saving care. Just last week, it was used for the first time for K-9 Deputy Ace, who was critically wounded in a shooting in Polk County. Sheriff says that it took them some time to positively ID her because of the advanced level of decomposition. I also heard some other people that knew the Ivancic family say that this is good. Now he is gone forever. It's Sarah Rosario with more on. As you can see, officers are still working in this area, so it is pretty busy, but Sarah can tell us more about how this is impacting traffic in the area. The Clearwater Fire Rescue is calling this a mass casualty event. This has been a huge scene for the last 2 hours, and it's involved several different departments. I've seen Largo is here. Just walking down Beach Boulevard, you can tell that Gulfport is very artsy and very vibrant. From here, you can start to smell the stench coming from this house. The water got all the way to their chest. They ended up kayaking across the street to their neighbor's house, where you can see that their home is elevated. When I got here, I didn't even know where I was until I found the street sign. It says,
I talked to a lot of families who say this doesn't feel like guidance, but an overstep.
Another happened near Shady Hills. You can see some of the damage left behind from yesterday's storm in this front yard. Yes, Sheriff Grady Judd said Ojeda's mom dropped him off around 6:45 Saturday evening. Then he murdered 81-year-old Patrick Benway just 5 hours later. Ojeda was just released from a facility after being Baker acted.
Does he have mental health issues? That's abundantly clear, but his criminal intent was clear.
I spoke to someone who lives in the facility. They say that their room was just a few feet away from Ojeda's, and they also had just moved in. Janice Pepin says she moved into this home just 1 week ago.
I love it. I love the outdoors. I love the patio. I love my room.
She says Patrick Benway quickly became her friend.
We had such wonderful conversations together. I really got to know the man. He was a very gentle, quiet, loving man.
Pepin says he made her feel welcomed. She's grateful to have known him for as little as she did. Polk County Sheriff's Office says Moses Ojeda, who also lived in the home, violently murdered Benway on Sunday.
He stabbed our victim to death. He stabbed our victim 113 times. And when we asked him during the interview, he confessed why he stabbed him 113 times. He said the knife wasn't very sharp.
We all had to be fingerprinted. We all had to have our pictures taken. We all had to have swabs on both sides of our cheek, the inside of our cheek, inside our mouth. 10 hours. My God, it was a marathon. I didn't think they would ever leave.
Pepin says she knew something wasn't right that night. Pepin's room was near Ojeda's. She says he could have easily taken her life.
So that night I didn't sleep well. I kept hearing doors opening, closing, opening, closing. But I didn't get out. I left my door locked and I stayed in the bedroom.
She says Ojeda was only there one day.
The only thing that scares me was the thought that I was alone with him and there was a dead man, my dear friend, on the floor, blood everywhere.
Polk County Sheriff's Office says ET Home Care manages the facility along with a handful of other houses in the neighborhood.
And I just thank God that I got to know him, even if it was only 1 week.
Pepin says this is an extremely difficult time for her. She says not only did she just lose her friend, but she lost her husband 10 days ago. Life into this world can come with many challenges. Some Xaviera Bell says she wasn't prepared for.
I didn't know that Black maternal health was a thing, right? I didn't know it was a thing until it became my thing.
In 2018, Bell found out she was pregnant with her son, Xander. She says she faced challenges many Black women know too well.
Each time I recognized that I was not being heard.
Xander was born at 21 weeks.
I was diagnosed with an incompetent cervix. My cervix was weak, which was what I was advising them of, and I was feeling the discomfort of that when they disregarded what I was saying.
Shortly after, she had to say goodbye.
And every single day, that grief it waits for you, and then it strikes at any given time, and it's just like it happened the first day.
This April 16th serves as a small reminder. Xander passed away in 4 hours, but his presence is still strong.
4 hours and 16 minutes. So I guess this is going to be a real good day.
Tuesday, she's ending a monthly series of discussions about the problem.
I'm leaving out today having built a network of people and a great family.
Last June, Representative Kathy Castor awarded Evra Health with $2 million in federal funding to help address this issue.
We use that money to develop a couple of very unique programs. One of them we call our Medical Home at Home program, where we go out to the homes of pregnant women.
Evra Health calls it a multifaceted problem.
Expanding the healthcare system and expanding ways that moms can stay connected, I think is really critical in impacting the statistics that we see.
That this is a every woman problem. So I also advocate for white women to utilize their privilege in making sure that you regulate the atmosphere when Black women are in distress.
Anjelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay. Madison Askins is back home in Land O'Lakes. She just spent 5 days in the hospital after being shot on Florida State's campus. During her stay, she said she was given a trauma name, Silver Kilo, a strong name for an even stronger woman. With each step, Madison gets closer and closer to recovering. For someone who loves being outdoors, slowing down isn't easy.
Short walks, but I'm not playing in my dirt like I like to.
It's been a little over a week since Madison and several others were shot on Florida State's campus.
Unfortunately, I tripped and fell because I had fancy shoes on that day. I had like nice pretty ones, not made for running.
Before she could get up, she says she was shot.
And then it landed in my L5 vertebrae where it's still at now.
In that moment, she thought of what her parents always taught her, to play dead.
Heard him say, yeah, keep running. So I knew he was hitting people who were running, actively moving, so I knew I needed to stay down.
She also knows how you win is how you rise and keep going.
He doesn't get my future plans. He doesn't deserve to stop us from enjoying our college, university life.
And not let the shooter steal her joy.
I've got another at least 40 years ahead of me, and my goodness, I'm going to be making waves and setting fires for sure.
She says Florida State is unconquerable, and the people she's met at her university are resilient.
And that's the good thing about being 20 is I'm making connections with people who are going to make positive change, and I look forward to growing with them.
And not let this one moment define her life.
I mean, we can't be stuck inside. We have to live our lives.
Madison said she was supposed to start an internship that she's really excited about in early May. She was able to push it back to the end of May to give her more time to heal. In Land O'Lakes, Anjelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay.